writer with 20 working languages, and this is where we talk about languages and language learning and all sorts of other stuff, and we play games.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4.
El hospital.
還元一級の先というのは、本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は
Okay, we've leveled up, and it is time to pick another language. Morfar är tröttare än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek. We're doing Greek when we get back. Ben neredeyse her gün okula giderim. Fun fact. Turkish. Hello, Shakespeare. How you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in chess is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil. The same word fil as this. Meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is sword, and that also means elephant. Okay.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
ça, ça, c'est ça, que c'est ça, non ça, c'est ça, sol qui ça, que nulla ça.
Hello and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I'm Elise, translator, writer, and editor with 20 working languages, and this is going to be the stream where we play some chess and we talk about language and language learning and all that good stuff. And I should add, there's been a request for a video to react to, and I am going to be reacting to that in a little while, but first we're going to just play some chess.
No le hacen ningún bien a nuestras convocatorias. No compartimos con ellos. Pero es la mano de la derecha la que hace este trabajo. La ultra izquierda se junta con la ultra derecha. Siempre. De tanto caminar con la izquierda te encontrar con la derecha. Esos son nuestros adversarios. Esos son nuestros adversarios.
How's everybody doing, chess? Okay, so starting out, playing the white, pieces, again, sort of a Grand Prix attack kind of thing. Not exactly, though. Okay, we're gonna see that knight get taken. Or are we gonna see something else? Taking advantage of the pin. Okay, I think we're probably gonna see this pawn come down here. Okay, pin is broken. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Now I've actually got a defender on my knight there. Okay. Oh. This is actually kind of neat. Because if there's any move other than taking that knight, I can take the queen with tempo. Okay, so let's see. I can trade queens now. Well, I'm up a piece, so there are worse things to do than trading when you're up a piece. Hello, Brian. How you doing? As I trade down, my advantage continues to grow. Yes, this is Chilean rap. for anyone who wants this particular playlist, I'm going to just drop a link in chat. I gotta get this other bishop into the attack. Oh, at the very least I can pick up a rook now. That's neat. I like picking up a rook. I'm a fan of free stuff. And this king is kind of stuck too. Okay, we got a resignation. GG's. Yes, that was a nice little win to start the day with. It's interesting, different music seems to have a different effect. Because I had on Transporte Urbano, and I was so concentrated on the music there that I ended up losing a whole bunch. Okay, got the black pieces this time. Jason 2000. Ah, bueno. Es importante tener objetivo en la vida. Not familiar with Shotoku Taishi. Okay, let's see if we can. I'm gonna have a little en passant here. No, we're apparently not. This is kind of a free bishop unless... Oh! Wait, you wanna... Okay. That went quickly. GG's. Apparently this music isn't bad for me when I'm playing chess. Although, I mean, I really can't really take credit for that because Jason 2000 really kind of screwed that one up by not noticing where my knight was. And so that was already going to be a free bishop. And then he let me take a queen for a bishop, which... I mean, there are ways to come back from that if I screw up. Which is why I don't resign, because... the possibility of somebody screwing up more or less guarantees that there's going to be some chance for a comeback, no matter how badly you mess it up. Okay, castling to safety. Equal material. Okay, kind of an awkward king situation. Pero por otra parte...
Al igual como lo hicieron comuneros mapuche, los hijos de los obreros hoy quisieron dar luces de decisión por un vivir mejor. La repulsión a esta dominación, dando la vida por la educación, y no es mera metáfora, es algo literal. Los estudiantes atestando.
Okay, so that knight is kind of pinned.
Derechos, privilegios, y hay empresarios que te los venden a distintos precios. La democracia es un fraude gigante, niños ya apoderados dando una huelga de hambre por una educación gratis donde su calidad no dependa de tu bolsillo, tu apellido o nido social. Esto va para el que resiste.
Ah.
Esto va para el que hace historia.
Oh, okay. So another apocryphal prince?
Vamos camino a la victoria. La convicción sin comida.
In addition to Jimuteno.
La vida por la educación, con paz resisten, que el mundo lo sepa, subsisten, persisten, como lo hizo la chepa. Pese al acoso de los pacos sin aviso, paso a paso el compromiso se fortalece sin permiso. Es un abuso, vivimos tanta injusticia, pero priorizan mostrar farándula en las noticias. Se hacen los sordos, solo cuidan sus tronos. El pueblo somos todos, cabros, ni un minuto solos. Cuando arde el capital y su enjambre de cobardes, un homenaje para los compas en huelga de hambre.
Esto va para el que resiste. Esto va para el que hace historia. Y que quede en la memoria.
This is Chilean rap. It is, Ni un minuto solo? Let me see, who is it by? Hip Hop Organizado. And here's the whole playlist if you want it.
Esto va para el que resiste. Esto va para el que hace historia. Y que quede en la memoria. Vamos camino a la victoria.
En dedicación a los compañeros y compañeras que están o han estado en huelga de hambre. Resistiendo. Su interés no significa somos pueblo. Somos pueblo. Somos pueblo. Somos pueblo.
Esto nos da mucha más fuerza para continuar en esta lucha, que traerá beneficios para todos nosotros y que estamos seguros de que obtendremos la gran y anhelada victoria. Fuerza, compañeros, y gracias por todo su apoyo.
we got now? A 40 años del golpe militar. Cordón rojo.
Por el control de la producción como el cordón, vicuña lucha y en la acción, la decisión del trabajador de acabar con la explotación, tomarse la fábrica y ser dirección. Se va el patrón, no paramos la producción, y si esto es nuestro, que nuestro sea su control. Somos organismo, poder, el embrión, junto a los pobladores controlamos el sector. Estamos a 40 años de la duda del obrero, de no entender qué es lo que pasa en el gobierno, a 40 años del plan millar y la ley control de armas para que no salme el obrero mientras devuelven las fábricas. A 40 años de calle en debiera en la DC, un aliado en el régimen burgués, la condena de la UB, la pagó el pueblo con sangre. Hoy trabajadores bravo en el combate, Cerrillo, Maipú, Pata y Calvo, camino a Melipilla, lo patrullo, obrero Gaco, Vicuña en una franja de 4.000 obreros, dispuesto en 6 kilómetros enteros, rojo como chaqueta de correo, la burguesía y su bombardeo.
Okay, I don't think there are more checks that can be given. Equal material. Oh god, no, please don't notice that. That was bad. I asked you not to notice that, though. Why did you have to notice how badly I just screwed up? You could have just not noticed how... Oh, and that's worse. That is worse, because there's a discovered check in there. Oh no, this is not going well. Okay, GG's. Need a shake.
Vamos por la unificación del movimiento estudiantil, capucha hardcore, anda, escúpela la vida, estamos al medio de un mitin y aquí la lucha va hasta el fin. Encapuchado los
This is la banda sonora de las tomas.
los partidos vaciados, los cabros tan claritos no serán instrumentalizados, por eso pao culiao del Estado, la base van gritando y los dirigentes van callados. La hermosura de una toma suma lo que el capital ignora, las masas viven y juntas colaboran, si somos miles ahora, pa' que chucha dialogan, no hay diálogo válido contra la historia.
Somos los obreros y arquitectos del porvenir. Tendremos arduo trabajo, pero hay que proseguir. Déjala ir a fluir, lo que importa.
Okay.
En ese proceso hay que hacerse protagonista. El
Hey, Ata, how you doing? Tabarnak. Ok. Et il faut y faire quelque chose parce que ça c'est tourné mal. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. Tormenta Portuaria is the next song that we've got going here.
Atraca un buque, ya es un peligro menos. Al menos no queda cesante el obrero del puerto. Una jornada para trabajar de eventual, acarreando fierro, cobre y hierro pesados. Sí, calmado que trabajo ligero. Siendo de la producción, el último eslabón en el mundo, arrastrando la mercancía para el patrón. La media hora de colación, un lugar decente, por lo menos ya no comen en los top.
Want to avoid a check. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Oh, okay, this was also not a great move. GG. Bollocks. Okay. Drago 3 sets. Ah, interesting. Okay, damn it. Screwed that up. I need to concentrate a little bit more, I think. Okay. This is Latinoamérica Rebelde. Hello, Emily's 1255. Welcome. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Just another reason Spotify can fuck right off. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, Orlando Pimentel, como vai? I have no idea because I blocked them. I have 20 working languages. That's languages that I know well enough that I can work as a professional translator in them. And then there are a bunch that I know varying degrees of some of. Is this your first time here, Emily? Or Emily's? Oh, right, you have! Now that you mention it. I do not want to move this pawn here. I want that pawn to stay there because that is what is cutting this queen off from most things. This is Wenu Mapu by Subverso from one of the best Chilean rappers.
La invasión comenzó, soy el conquistador que llegó en el nombre del reino y de Dios con tropas cochinas, con boca, comida guiada por mi ambición loca, asesina, Almagro, Valdivia, Aguirre, Villagra, Hidalgo, buscando riquezas y fama, llana, cona, me lleva la carga y esclavos me lavan el oro de marga amarga, el rey reparte mercedes de tierra, más encomiendas de machos y hembras, ellas me sirven para hacerme los hijos, ellos me sirven para hacerme más rico y avanza mi empresa privada, mi espada, escuela, arraso con siembra y cosecha, vamos con fuerza para hacerle la guerra, cualquier bestia que acá se defienda. Nuevos invasores en el frente, españoles prepotentes, cobardemente matando a nuestra gente, imponiendo un sistema ineficiente. Somos mapuche, que todos escuchen, convoco a mi pueblo a que todos ya luchen. Soy mi chivaloco, al mando de las tropas picuche. 11 de septiembre, 1541, de Santiago quedan solo cenizas y humo. No queremos ser colonizados, los bosques, las aguas no se las entregamos y nunca le creamos al que viene con la Biblia en la mano. Y acá nosotros también pensamos, Teftaru, Ayapilú, grandes hazañas, guerrillas camufladas en las montañas, especializadas, enredadas y emboscadas, con la rapidez del huerquén, el huechapi y su nehuén, infiltramos tu ejército sin dejarnos ver y creamos una red actitude, con señales naturales que solo el Peñi sabe leer, y así te derrotamos en el combate de tu papel. Valdivia se ha apresado y luego ejecutado, Villagra, que tu alma en tu infierno arda, Toki Galvarino me han llamado y sigo en la batalla aunque me corten las manos, y junto a mis hermanos y los hijos de mis hijos resisto. Trae tus caballos, te los quito, usarlos para mí es más sencillo que sacarme un anillo. Me llaman el rebelde caudillo, me han dicho que he sido el elegido, 3 días con un tronco en los hombros, prueba de mi fuerza, Calpulican, un gran estratega en la guerra, y que venga esa perra que quiere nuestra tierra. Defiendo mi che, con Yerechen, defiendo mi mapu, con todo el neve de la tierra, Winca, fuera, grito de guerra, Marichihueu, defiendo mi che, con Yerechen, defiendo mi mapu, con todo el neve de la tierra, Winca, fuera, grito de guerra, Marichihueu.
Waitafe, Coyayaullín en dominio, paciencia, entender, aprender el saber de las hormigas, el hablar de las estrellas.
Colo Colo, respetado loco, de gran sabiduría, valentía, inteligencia y rebeldía, forjando la unidad en según de varios días, huipiches alzados contra la tiranía, canaqueo, mujer urbana,
Okay.
enseñanza a tus hijos nuestra herencia, en el campo de batalla fuiste la más implacable, y no temiste ni a los trabucos ni a los sables, se cura lava, se da un combate decisivo, victoria palma puche y palhuica, desastre definitivo, y con Toki penetrado destruimos todos los fuertes al sur del Bío Bío, volveremos a vivir, pero a nuestra manera, y en nuestra tierra dibujaremos la frontera. España, con nosotros no fuiste capaz, y ahora tu corona quiere paz, pero en tu guerra defensiva curas jesuitas mandarás, cruces y sotanas, disfraz de Satanás, pero en Canamun no les cree, él es más sagaz, y Cucuy en mano, pa'
Muerte al Capital is this next song. Wait. Chilean. It's in Spanish. Okay. Ah, bueno, si quería, weón. They have some good stuff out there. Abajo los decretos. Okay, this was going better earlier in the game, and now it's really not.
En cualquier lugar, solo es en la USACH, la sede de policía, con represión a funcionarios desde la Contraloría o el alcalde Palestro, cerrando la 90, una experiencia del liceo autogestionado, lo que se enfrenta, que es caro largo todo el país, estos chanchos se comportan así, nada más que reprimir, va, zarpao como encapuchado, Darío Sala, Guanabelay con una bolera en la cara, en el abdón sin fuento, el colón, cabros de avanzada, Martín, el capucha, microfonía, y van entero Dios por la policía, como una antofa, un cine, facultad, psicología o la UT, en franca rebeldía, en aquellos días los fachos con cuevas asomarían, pero pa' golpear en serio a la burguesía.
That is Albanian.
Si se desvía la vía de llevar la discusión al parlamento y estudiante a fiscalía, hay que unir al movimiento estudiantil en un plan de lucha unificado y conseguir que su fin no sea sucumbir al reformismo.
I could have flagged. Okay. One more game, then I'm gonna have a little bio break. IBG New 4.
Sí, amigo. Nos controla. Nos mira. Nos vigila.
Okay. Oh, this is very Foucauldian. Talking about the panopticon and surveillance. And meanwhile, I got a nice little fork there. My favorite utensil.
Producción de cárcel que cancela tu crecimiento, obedecer la manda, reflexionar y cuestionar es un pecado que a cualquiera espanta. En esta era la cacería no espera, enfermedad, el miedo, encierro en medio para los sin remedio. Se tumba, se modela la masa, su bomba se basa en amenaza. Se sapea los espacios, el control como virus se esparció. El modelo de conducta apareció con el capital. Si miente en jaula, no en aula, sangre coagula porque vida manipula, desnula.
Ah, cool.
Tierra ahorcada quiere gritar. Panóptico, investiga y controla. Panóptico, Dios diga y presiona. Panóptico, boicot, sabotaje, hip hop, mensaje, clase contra clase. Panóptico, investiga y controla. Panóptico, Dios diga y presiona. Panóptico, boicot, sabotaje, hip hop, mensaje, clase contra clase. Panóptico, plan óptimo del oligárquico en la escuela la pega te niega el poder fáctico. Bajo y aparatos de inteligencia son maracas que matan a su propia capa social sin conciencia. Control de identidad, detención por sospecha. La misma mierda, toda la constitución está mal hecha. Mientras la burguesía oprime, la policía reprime la rebeldía justa que convierten en crimen. Espías se infiltran en movilizaciones y organizaciones. No desfíes por la vida. La manera para librar de las barreras de esta cárcel, autoeducarse, organizarse y derivar. Hegemonía tiene como eje a la tecnología y teje cuando ejercen aparatos.
Okay. Problem I have is I have a really bad light squared bishop here. My light squared bishop is just suck. It is just pure suck at the moment. Gotta do something about that. Oh, bollocks. Well, okay, that's one way to activate the bishop, I suppose. I still got my queen anyway. Hello, Voodoo Z5J. Welcome. Don't think I've seen you here before. Always good to see new people. Well, I am translating the works of Inessa Armand, who was she was like the predecessor of Alexandra Kollontai at the Bolshevik women's section. Her works were basically suppressed by Stalin, and the result of that was that they never really got translated. Like, for 100 years, they've just been kind of sitting around, and so I'm translating them from Russian into English. I've finished her essays at this point, at least like the draft of them. Oh, it's Russian to English. I mean, I'm doing it myself, though. What languages do you speak? GG's, hey, Riveroo. You can actually read the translations on my Patreon. No, that's the wrong Patreon. The draft translations are all up on that second Patreon link I gave. I am going to go take a little bio break. I will be back in just a few minutes. There's the OBS window. Hi, and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I am Elise, translator, editor, and writer with 20 working languages, and this is where we talk about languages and language learning and all sorts of other stuff, and we play games. This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4.
還元一級の先というのは本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は
Okay, we've leveled up and it is time to pick another language. Morfar är tröttare än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek. We're doing Greek when we get back. Ben neredeyse her gün okula gidelim. Fun fact. Turkish. Hello, Shakespeare. How you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in chess is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil. The same word fil as this. Meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is squab, and that also means elephant.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Ça, ça, ah c'est ça, que c'est ça, non ça, c'est ça, sol qui sa, que nulla sa. Les habitants. Bonjour et bienvenue à Hyper Polyglotting avec Élise. Moi c'est Élise, traductrice, éditrice et écrivain avec 20 ans de travail. Et ça c'est la transmission en direct ou en jeu des jeux, surtout GeoGuessr en dernier temps. Et parle des langues, de la linguistique et de l'acquisition des langues.
10-159. Haven't made a huge dent in it, but we're getting there. Okay, gonna do some Chinese now. Night. Night. Come on. Yen. Yo. 5. Ducks are drinking wine. Bambas. Bamba, okay, Bambas is ducks. Okay, I have now leveled up. Let's see what the XP situation is now. 10,340 out of 12,500. And as always, viewers can choose my next language for me just with a follow and a $5 to my Patreon.
Sotto le frasche del capanno 4 gatti grossi stanno. Sotto qua.
And I'm back. Oh, thank you for saying so, Voodoo. So where are you joining us from? And okay, let's see. Ah, thank you.
Han pasado más de 30 años y está vivo ahí, en una de las esquinas de nuestras poblaciones. Esto es conciencia social en el 2010. El quinto elemento es el conocimiento en el hip hop. Así se va, yeah.
Okay. So what am I doing here? I'm down one pawn in terms of material. Do have a semi-open file for this rook on the A file. That's not bad. This is a very annoying knight. I think I'm gonna trade it. Because that bishop isn't doing much for me.
Gratuita luchamos y a dos manos mataron. No vamos a parar de marchar, de sacar la furia a la calle, aunque nos golpeen y nos disparen. Vamos a tomarnos el mundo por asalto, porque estamos hartos del empresario y solo cauto.
Quieren ya detener la furia de la juventud que viene en pie. Buscan defender su propiedad privada con criminales para. Quieren ya detener la furia de la.
Okay, I'm still one pawn down, but at least I've taken care of that knight. That knight, you have a knight that is in that sort of spot, that knight ends up being a complete and utter monster.
Sargento, cabo y capitán se han de manchar con la misma sangre bajo este estado de los sueldos de hambre. La policía aboliremos, los vemos obtenidos por el sudor de los obreros y obreras. Que caen el chasquido de cadena, no basta con impactar una pelacera. Se falta levantar junto a las trincheras y el gobierno y los empresarios siempre no han hecho la guerra. Las calles serán nuestras como muestra de nuestra fuerza. Se verá cuando acierta. La mezquindad para luchar ya no va. Vamos por todos, vamos por nada sin esperar. Buena voluntad en los que mandan a paliar a quien pudo haber sido dubar. Solo por demostrar su descontento. Tú podrías haber sido uno de ellos, como en Ferguson o Baltimore, que eres paliado por ser negro. Sobrepasaremos la falla papares por Rodrigo, por Diego y Ezequiel desde la paz iremos unidos. Por Matías y Manuel, miro de frente al banco asesino entre nuestros gritos porque aún estamos vivos.
Quieren ya detener la furia de la juventud que viene en pie. Buscan defender su propiedad privada.
Okay, now I'm of a piece of material. I mean, a pawn of material, anyway. So that's something.
Juventud que viene en pie. Buscan defender su propiedad privada con criminales para.
Nuestra lucha es una lucha a muerte. Para terminar con los abusos del robo económico. Prenderemos barricada cada 11 de septiembre contra los chinos. Sangre se paga con sangre, no te olvides.
Okay, what was that move? H3.
Masacraste con bala, tortura, clava el chulo, cortaste las alas de los Vergara, complot, sobre todo chiles militares, títeres de la oligarquía, títeres del imperio y sin timidez nos mutilaron de nuevo, nos pasaron por encima de que la violencia históricamente sobre nuestro pueblo ha estado presente, solo la lucha nos hará libre, comprende y emprende el camino para organizar la respuesta enciende tu corazón para
Ooh, that was neat.
que cayeron por la presión, no puedo ser inerte, toma la decisión, dale cara a la historia mía y tuya, no intento convencerte, sino revela lo que no van a contarte y van a esconderte como la muerte del golpe militar, quieren quebrar al joven combatiente, pero el grito de la clase se va a escuchar, el grito escrito el 11 de septiembre, la historia nos llama a luchar. A 40 años del golpe, el pobre sigue resistiendo, la memoria sigue vigente, hermano, no le compré su cuento, me encuentro despierto, el pasado sirvió y le muestro que entender nuestra historia nos su victoria. Aquí contamos la historia de un pueblo que aún se resiste, sigue firme de pie. A cada hora conmemora por la gloria y los caídos. Un latido por un pueblo combativo que hoy enfrenta al enemigo disfrazado en camuflaje, varios trajes. Él se ha puesto, es el capital.
Okay, that wasn't great just now.
Nuestro lo organizo y protesto con la gente de la pobla, con los pobres y con los compas. Hoy el rap te contrainforma, así que apaga la TV, sale afuera informativo, quieres ser parte de, para olvidarte también. Ya no hay perdón ni olvido para el reprimido. No me doy por vencido si nos quieren divididos. Solo soy un convencido de que es grande el desafío para mantenerte vivo, para mantener tu nido en este sueño compartido. 40 años duros de la resistencia, mucho de protesta, firme, claro, de conciencia. 40 de reflexiones con estrategia, proyectos de los pobres que la tele no te cuentan. Sientan obreros sumando la respuesta, con los secundarios que la juventud aprieta. Tiembla, el tiempo mejora la destreza, desde el sector bajo que forjó duro en su llega. Mataron, golpearon al barrio, secuestro y tortura de hermanos. La historia del cruel soldado se repite en nuestros años. El niño no está adoctrinado, el miedo parece sanado. El joven busca la venganza de la sangre cruela que se ha derramado. Pagando caro, bajo salario y el sistema de mercado. El proyecto instaurado de origen americano, que solo favorece la vida del empresario. La clase dominante se enriquece en el Estado. Sangre se paga con sangre, no te olvides nunca. Miles de muertes que vengar.
Okay. This is definitely not a very good position for me.
Quieren que estreche la mano y que haya reconciliación. Acá no hay manos, el comprima la pobla, todavía al patrón. Vete al carajo con tu discurso conciliador. Acá hay dos clases, son antagónicas, bro. Tengo la peli clara, no viví el golpe de estado, pero sí sus consecuencias, la educación de mercado. Un estado administrado por pulperos desgraciados. La misma minoría culia que 40 años no ha cagado. Nos mantienen segregados, estresados y enjaulados. Aprendamos del pasado, por la buena no han entregado. La historia nuestra y la construye el pueblo organizado. El pueblo organizado.
Golpe tras golpe, con orden brutal, amedrenta al gigante. Asesinos de ayer hoy día queriendo disculparse. Camuflan su plan, hay que olvidarse que la matanza fue el medio para el fin de imponer al fin al mando los ricos su clase. Décadas de miseria en cada arteria de la periferia. La consecuencia es que esta contienda trascienda. Firme convencido, revolucionaria senda. El enemigo ha sido y será el que violenta, poniendo tu vida en venta.
Damn it.
Organización, conciencia de clase contra la sumisión.
I was gonna say, the one thing that could have saved me there was if my opponent were to take with the pawn rather than the queen. Chess is an unforgiving little game. Thank you, Emily's. In the second half, we're going to look at a video that was suggested to me by a couple of people in the comments to my last stream, to the VOD of it. Oh, Buddha was talking about the Inessa Armand translation project.
Pero si tienes dinero, da igual donde vayas, la vida siempre es igual. Sin embargo, sin dinero, puedes
Libres y
hacer en cualquier
salvajes.
sitio, y eso no está nada mal.
Okay. Kick this knight to someplace less annoying.
Ellos ignoran la rebelión que debería ser la única reacción legítima de los expulsados. Aceptan sin discutir la vida lamentable que se planeó para ellos. La renuncia y la resignación son la fuente de su desgracia.
Camino bajo sombras, en esta city nada nos asombra. La luz de las calles nos sobra, luz de luna me ilumina. En una noche libia, salir a despejarme es lo que más me alivia y no me inspira. Tan solo pensar en la salida de que nos agobian. Una vida intensiva, definitiva, contra los poderes ofensiva. Para los que no saben de una vida corruptiva, ¿acaso es tan difícil de entender la sociedad? ¿Acaso es tan difícil de obtener
Oh, that's a nasty little move. Okay. We're doing it.
Tú te sigues cayendo en una especie de círculo que atrapa al ser humano. No importa su clase, donde vengo, donde nace, lo eminente es consigo mismo poder hallarse. Y con la libertad bien poder encontrarse. Voy en busca de los logros que me esperan. Sin represión de hombres de mi nombre que se aferran. Sigo con la mirada de frente, con mi capucha desolada en un baile que se me enfrente. Desilusionada que me siento de este mundo. Hago saber mis sentimientos más profundos. Pregunto dónde quedan los valores de persona, cumpliendo roles de opresores. Privan de mi expresión y no logran su objetivo. Callar mi convicción.
Okay, that's what I was hoping for.
Político tacaño, más bien le dolerá un buen rap contestatario. Estoy harta de vivir en la mentira, de seguir sus leyes y sus expectativas. Yo creo mi moral con mi pueblo y los demás. Que ninguna autoridad se acerque a decirnos que está bien o mal. Somos hijos de la calle marginal, donde abunda solo la verdad. Libres y salvajes, no vestimos de traje. Agredimos firme al libertinaje dentro de bajos camuflajes. Damos la partida, pero ellos siguen perdidos en sus atajos. Ja, libres y salvajes. Yo vine sí, pero a cumplir una misión. Mis hechos decisivos abusan de mi interior. Paso al vestrío clavado en mi habitación. La pared me habla y yo le encuentro la razón. Mi alma perdida, cada vez más impulsiva. No sé ella de la calma, no me habla, no me mira, pero me incentiva así a buscarla. Será mi dosis del día, plan de disciplina espléndida. Llevo memorizado demasiado desgraciado. Supuestamente vida que yo han sido acribillado. Me han matado un sueño de pequeño desagrado. Ahora por tu culpa llevo todo mi cuerpo manchado. Entre los silencios aliviando el dolor. Se siente tan pesado como ladrillos el temblor. Me entregué a sí misma una flor multicolor. Felicidad un rato y habito con el temor. Nací con odio y con odio me defiendo. Es mi caparazón que protege el corazón del frío invierno. Despreciando también al infierno. Es difícil habitar dentro de un desierto infecto. Intento y alimento mi barrera de no aberración.
Okay, I've got another little tactical thing I can do because of this queen here. Hopefully, this will actually work.
Tercero, ahora quién será el primero. Desespero olvidar que recordar no era ligero. Necesito respirar en busca de libertad, liberar cada segundo y rescatar mi alma en paz.
Okay. I'm trying to attack this queen, mostly. That is the goal here.
Resentimientos crecen que no cese. La sociedad ha ganado en ambiciones, intereses por lo vano. Me apetece seguir consumiendo de lo mismo. Si la gente te habla, te mira con cinismo. Nos tratan de anormales, paranormales. Somos sus rivalidades por poner verdad en sus lugares. Antisociales recorriendo las ciudades, rechazando la mirada de personas frustradas. Para luchar nos quedan varios años. Salirse del círculo y del mismo rebaño. Antaño fue ese daño de un regaño, de un tacaño autoritario matando por la economía que afectó de gran tamaño. Un campo de concentración de la acción, violando leyes.
Still feel like I might be able to get this queen.
No hay olvido para el pueblo, solo dolor, rencor y los fuertes recuerdos, resguardando los respaldos de lo sucedido, muertos y vivos, detenidos, desaparecidos. La victoria acompañaba a cada alma desolada, la esperanza de algún día borrar toda su desgracia, la gracia de ser libre, defender sus ideales, la lucha popular en resentidos sociales, sí, en resentidos sociales. Todo está clavado en la memoria, espina de vida, espina de historia, el grito de lucha llamado gloria, con unión presente pues llegamos a la victoria. Todo está clavado en la memoria, espina de vida, espina de historia, el grito de lucha llamado gloria, con unión presente pues llegamos a la victoria. La victoria, amiga fiel y gran historia, sentimiento inexplicable que consumen sus memorias. Sigo sin entender actos violentos, no lo viví en carne propia, pero lo siento, tan grandes remordimientos, antecedentes marcados en paredes de familias que perdieron a sus seres, de frase grata diciendo te amamos, te esperamos, por favor vuelve. Qué impactante ver y escuchar la realidad de lo que ha ocurrido décadas atrás, pero un pueblo sin memoria es un pueblo sin historia. Pues vamos, enseñemos nuestra misma historia, antepasados en distintas zonas.
Oh, I knew there was going to be something coming up. There we go. GG. I figured as long as I can find a way to keep chasing the queen, there's probably a way to cause my opponent to screw up and give me the queen. Or more. One more, and then we are going to switch over and check out the video that Ata and Iskroy recommended. For anyone interested in this playlist here, I'm gonna drop the link in chat. There we go. Get the king castled away to safety. Okay, everything is centering around this knight on c3 right now. Okay, that leaves me one pawn up. Better to lose the exchange than lose a whole piece. Okay. Oh. Oh, that could have been. Oh, actually, that's a relief. Okay, down a piece, but still in the game. Opposite colored bishops, and Eddie's a rook up. So we are once again in a situation where my opponent really kind of has to screw up in order for me to... Oh, okay. Okay, what can I do here? I mean, apart from just try to... Oh, not good. Okay. Okay. GG's. And we're gonna switch over. Now, as I mentioned, let me fix that. Where's my... There we go. Okay, so in the comments to the VOD from yesterday's stream, I was asked to check out a video by a creator I'm not familiar with called Arsène Kojaulu, called Why Comprehensible Input is the Wrong Method for Learning English. Now, before we get started, okay, listening just to that title, I'm curious how many people know what one of the first things I'm going to say about it is. Just from all the times that just the people who've been here, I mean, just shout it out in chat. What do you think I'm going to say? What is one thing I'm definitely going to be pointing out in the next, whatever, 16 minutes of video time? In relation to a video called Why Comprehensible Input is the Wrong Method for Learning English. Oh, well, that just gives me time as well to get this window. Get the chat widget set up so that I can see chat while we're watching this. For anyone interested in the video itself, I'm just going to drop this link in chat. Okay, I mean, you are broadly in the right direction there, Brian, but there's a very, very specific thing that I will have to point out here. And the thing is this. Comprehensible input isn't a method. It literally is not a method. That's like saying why why flour is the wrong method for baking bread. Like, flour isn't a method, it's an ingredient. What you do with it is the method. In this case, comprehensible input is the sine qua non essential ingredient in any effective method for language acquisition. Saying it's the wrong method, this is something I keep coming back to because it is such a common and problematic misconception that a lot of people have, and it creates a huge amount of confusion in this space. So that's the first thing. Comprehensible input is not a method. There are a number of methods that rely on trying to get maximum utility out of comprehensible input, but comprehensible input in itself is just input. It is input that fits certain criteria, namely that it can be understood by the learner, and ideally contains structures that are just a little bit beyond what the learner already has acquired, but has enough context and other non-linguistic information to allow the learner to understand what's being said and thus acquire the structure despite not being familiar with it. Now, what you do with it is the method. So that's the first thing. So without further ado, let's check this thing out.
Do you know that so many people, most people study English?
Okay, turn the volume up a little bit. Yeah.
Past years, and still they are not able to speak English. And why is that? Because you're learning English the wrong way. Because you're learning English with comprehensible input.
Like, I'd like to see how, and this is almost churlish, because what we're dealing with here is just a fundamental misunderstanding of what comprehensible input is, but I don't think you could come up with a method for learning a language that even superficially makes sense, that has no comprehensible input, that literally avoids ever providing any target language input that is capable of being comprehended. That's just nonsense.
Because comprehensible input prevents you from speaking English fluently.
Comprehensible input prevents you from speaking English fluently. I mean, I guess the first question we're going to have to figure out here is, what does this guy think comprehensible input actually is?
Think about the traditional education system. When we're in high school,
Wait, okay, he says comprehensible input is a traditional method, is the part of this this chapter of the video, and we're already going awry, because no, it isn't. And no, it absolutely isn't. It is actually a radical rejection of the basis of traditional methods, just leaving aside the fact that comprehensible input isn't a method. So, yeah, we are running into problems. He clearly does not know what comprehensible input is.
we're taking maybe 3, 4, 5 hours English class, and the system was we would sit in our chairs and listen to our teachers. That was the system.
Listen to the teachers saying or doing what, though?
So basically, in this system, we're learning English by doing comprehensible inputs. So basically,
I mean, no. No, not necessarily. Like, again, comprehensible input is a specific thing that can be used in all sorts of ways. Listening to a teacher talk for 3 hours does not tell me what the teacher is saying, so that means I don't know whether this input is comprehensible, whether it's even target language input. Like, this does not make any sense. He literally just does not know what comprehensible input is.
most people learn English or learn other languages by doing comprehensible input, and this is why they are not able to speak English. You know that recently comprehensible input method is very, very popular on YouTube. When it comes to comprehensible input, I checked out one of the videos of Volka where he
Okay, somebody else slagging off Volka. Okay. I mean, for people who are familiar with the channel, we occasionally watch an English language channel that is just really, really, really not good, called English for Everyone. And their thing is that they like to slag off extremely nitpicky mistakes by non-English native speaking English language content creators. And lately, one of the ones that they've been having a go at regularly has been Volka.
talked about the importance of comprehensible input.
The answer is simple. It's comprehensible input.
But what is comprehensible input?
I mean, that is a very good question, and I hope Arsene is about to have that explained to him, because he clearly does not understand what it is. Like, literally...
Let me show you an example. Hello guys, let's go outside. Outside.
I mean, like, literally, the thing is, all of these things are comprehensible input, potentially. Like, even Arsene Kocaoğlu's video here is potentially comprehensible input. To at least, I mean, if it can be comprehended, it is comprehensible input. If it contains structures that one of the particular person watching it does not have yet, but can acquire by understanding the messages, then it is also even potentially optimal input. Like, comprehensible input isn't any one specific thing. I mean, what I'm saying right now is comprehensible input.
This is a door.
Like, I mean, these are the sorts of things that you might do for comprehensible input for somebody at a very beginning level.
Know that most people study English for 5+ years and still can't speak fluently. But the question is, why? The answer is because they're learning the wrong way. Method is called comprehensible input.
Like, again, this isn't a method. God, this is going to get very, very frustrating. This is a thing that I always run into as an editor, too. Because I'll be editing some long document of some kind, and somebody has made the same annoying mistake repeatedly, and I find myself getting more and more annoyed with them as my editing of the document progresses, as if they were specifically, like, repeating the error despite my admonitions, when in fact they have not actually even had my feedback yet, so obviously they're repeating the mistake. But, so it is totally irrational and makes no fucking sense.
Which is the best way to learn English.
And I can already feel myself doing this.
And I checked out also the comment section, and the most of the comments were like this. I understand, but I can't speak. My mind goes blank. I can understand 100% of the video, but when I try to speak, my mind goes blank.
Okay, so first of all, what we're hearing is it's working really quite well in terms of understanding. The thing about language acquisition is that there is a silent period. You have to, the amount of input you need in order to comprehend is not the same amount of input, is less than you need in order to be able to produce output. And, okay, like, for example, bro, I literally understand whatever he's saying, but the problem is whenever I want to say something in English, my mind goes blank. First of all, I have to say, this person's written English, I mean, it has mistakes, but it sounds like they're able to actually express themselves, at least in writing, in English. I understand every word of it. I mean, there's a typo, the capitalizations are a bit weird balls. But, I mean, this indicates actually not a bad level of English. A colloquial level of English, because there's this colloquial misuse of literally, something of which I myself am also guilty.
Bro, I literally understand whatever he's saying, but the problem is, whenever I want to say something in English, my mind goes blank.
Like, when you say want to say something in English, too. Like, are you saying in a context where you're having a conversation in English, your mind goes blank? Or does somebody say, hey, so you're learning English, right? Say something in English. Because the thing is, that latter one, that's just hard. I mean, lots of people's minds go blank in that kind of situation if they're just literally trying to come up with a thing in English. Because they have no context in which to do it.
I do that with everything, but it doesn't work. When I try to speak, I don't know what to say and how to say it.
I mean, again, in what context?
Same. I can understand the text and audio in English easily.
So, I mean, that is a good result already. I can even write in English without any significant difficulty, but when it comes to speaking, mine goes blank. So, I mean, again, like, very well written English here. Quite accurate. I mean, good vocabulary. But this person lacks confidence in speaking in at least some contexts. So, like, this is I mean, these are all results.
I can even write in English without any significant difficulty. But when it comes to speaking, my mind goes blank.
Man. I mean, imagine using these comments as proof that, comprehensible input doesn't work. I mean, leaving aside the fact that he doesn't understand what comprehensible input is. Leaving aside that he either doesn't understand what comprehensible input is or what a method is, these comments are proof that comprehensible input has actually gotten very good results for these people. I understood the whole video word by word, but it comes to speaking in real life scenarios, I stutter and go blank. What practical steps can I take to overcome that? That is excellent English. That is, like, excellent. I mean, there are mistakes in it, but that is, like, a sign that these people have actually acquired quite a bit of English. Good vocabulary. Go blank. Stutter. Like, what practical steps can I can take? take to overcome that. Okay, grammatically, there's some issues, but you understand it perfectly well. I mean, so these people have all made significant progress. They're having one specific problem, which has to do with speaking in real life scenarios. Orlando, hey Orlando. I think people prioritize speaking, which by its string can cause a certain frustration and turn people off. Yes, yeah, I think you're right. Because people expect to be able to sort of speak straight away, and it doesn't work like that. I mean, how can we manage all the stress over needing to speak as fast as possible? Well, I mean, the first thing I would do, my first thing would be to say, look, speaking is going to take longer. Get people's expectations into a realistic range and just say, you will understand way more than you can speak. It takes a while for speech to catch up. You shouldn't, beat yourself up and think, this isn't working, you're doing it wrong, or something like that. If you're finding the speaking difficult, the speaking comes later, because the speaking is harder. There are things you can do to improve it, but you shouldn't, try to force speech and then expect that, and then, sort of assume that nothing's working if it doesn't come out perfectly the first time. I mean, that is the main thing. I think people's expectations are unrealistic. Because they don't understand that most of what goes on with language acquisition is an internal mental process.
I understood the whole video word by word, but when it comes to speaking in real life scenarios, I stutter and I go blank. What practical steps I can take to overcome that problem?
I mean, these are all people who I would say, the thing that would be good for them to be doing probably. Yeah, people don't understand the process. And it seems like, language communicators online in this space aren't necessarily always helping, because there are these misconceptions, that comprehensible input is a method rather than an element that is used in methods and stuff like that. So people don't understand it, and then people don't necessarily have realistic expectations. I think, looking at these people, the thing that would be really key is for them to probably have more conversation, to just try to engage more conversationally. I would imagine a big part of this is psychological. There's confidence that comes into it. I would ask them follow-up questions like, your thought processes. Can you think? It sounds like from their writing that they can do a fair bit of thinking in English. What is stopping them when you would want to explore that. Because part of it is going to be that they're not used to doing it, and that you just have to do more of it. Find things to talk about. Find anything to talk about, really. Read stuff aloud is also good. Reading stuff aloud, it can be very helpful with this. But the other thing is finding ways, for one thing, their fear of making mistakes is a very common thing that can often get in the way of people speaking. That it takes away confidence. So, overcoming that fear and just being okay with the fact that you're going to get things wrong sometimes would be another thing that would be important.
Everyone is complaining about this problem. And why is that? Because the wrong method is actually comprehensible input. That is the wrong method because our traditional education system is completely set up based on this method.
No, it isn't. Yeah, it literally is not. Okay, judging from his name, I assume he's based in Turkey, and I don't really know what methods they use, but the traditional methods are absolutely nothing to do with focusing on comprehensible input. It's all about teaching grammar, teaching, memorizing vocabulary, doing conjugation drills and stuff.
Comprehensible input. You sit in the classroom, you hear and you listen to your teacher, and you don't speak. With this
Okay, he didn't leave that up very
in the
long.
classroom, you hear and you listen.
Okay, traditional education versus modern education. Okay, teacher-centered instruction, student-centered instructions. All students are in a classroom are taught the same material versus... Sorry about that. Students dynamically grouped for interest or ability for each subject. Project-based instruction versus listening and observation, memorization effect. Like, this is... Okay, this graphic is not specifically to do with language teaching. Is the first problem with it. It doesn't really describe either the traditional method for teaching languages or, for that matter, the, modern input-based methods. Because, again, input-based methods are not traditional. I mean, it is only in recent years that they've even started to catch on.
Since you're a teacher and you don't speak, with this method, you will not be able to speak English. So
I mean, and also, he does, comprehensible input isn't just watching a video like this that is specifically geared towards teaching you English. Like, comprehensible input is literally all around you, especially if it's English. No matter where you are, practically, you're going to find English language content. If you turn on the radio or something like that. It's all over the place. English is the main language of the internet. The world is lousy with comprehensible input in English.
Basically, at the time, I knew that. I realized that I was not going to be able to learn English or speak English fluently by...
I have no idea what this guy actually thinks comprehensible input is. I mean...
watching TV shows or listening to YouTube videos, etc. This is why I decided that I will spend every single minute of my day, every single second of my day by doing output, by constantly speaking. Let me explain to you guys with one simple example why comprehensible output is the most efficient and the best.
Comprehensible output doesn't even make sense as a phrase.
Way of learning English and actually becoming fluent in English.
I mean, okay, let's see. Okay, suspending disbelief for a moment. I mean, he really does not understand anything about the things he's talking about, but we'll see what he means by this.
And what makes comprehensible output so different from comprehensible input?
It is day one, and today's an exciting day because it is a Friday, and so we have some exciting expenses.
We have some expenses. We have some exciting expenses, I will say. We have some expenses, I will say. We have some expenses, I will say.
But the
okay.
first place we're going to is a spot that just opened up.
But the first place we're gonna go to is a spot that just opened up. I spent a few minutes...
First of all, what are exciting expenses exactly? That's already a weird phrase.
On only 30 seconds of this video. When you...
First of all, what he's doing here starts with comprehensible input. Yeah, like literally, he's shadowing. True. But what he's doing literally starts with comprehensible input. He comprehends the output. He then makes attempts to the input that he's hearing, and he makes attempts to repeat it and reform it, and like reformat it and rearrange it and stuff. But this literally starts with comprehensible input.
So this practice, when you try to speak English with the script, when you first speak English...
The script is also input. The script, if you understand it, is comprehensible input. I mean, everything that is wrong with this video would be corrected by saying what he's trying to do is improve speaking ability when he already has good comprehension through shadowing. Yeah, I mean, Orlando, Brian, you're both right. This is shadowing. And this is in no way, I should say, sorry, in no way does this conflict with input-based approaches. This is an input-based method that he's doing here. This is very much based on comprehensible input. Because he comprehended the input from this video. The script is input. Oh yeah, I think shadowing is not bad. I've actually used it myself. Like, I mean, one of the main ways was in the 90s with my Japanese dubbed X-Files videos. When I actually understood what they were saying, yeah, shadowing is actually potentially quite useful if you know what you're shadowing. If you're just saying things and you don't know what they are, if you have no comprehension of them, maybe you'll get better with the sounds or something like that. But if you're saying things and you actually understand them, then I think you get optimal use. I mean, like I said, I didn't know the name for it, but it was kind of what I would do when I actually understood a sentence in my Japanese dubs of X-Files. I would say it over and over again, just idly. You know, I had books that I was reading, and I would read those aloud, much like what he is doing here. So, I mean, yeah, what he's doing here is actually, it's good for rhythm and speed. You know, it helps you wrap your mouth around the sounds and stuff. I mean, that's not bad at all. The only thing wrong here at all is that he does not understand that input is playing a huge role in what he's doing. He does not seem to understand what comprehensible input is, so he thinks that this method is not an input-based method, when in reality it very much is one.
Looking at the scripts, and then without looking at the scripts, as you can see, you allow your brain to process every single word, every single information, every single
Okay, again, this is all comprehensible. These are all key aspects of input-based methods, what he's describing here. He's just taking the extra step, which is potentially helpful for speaking, of then outputting it back. Like, this in no way, like, I don't know. He just doesn't understand what comprehensible input is. Yeah, exactly.
The way the sentences are structured, how she makes the sentences, how she forms the sentences.
Yeah, what he's describing here actually is also what you could call intensive reading.
Uses the grammar.
Since he's working with the script.
Using the words. Whereas when you do the input, you have no chance to process every single information properly. So this is why
he's okay. Like, literally everything that is wrong with this video just comes down to the fact that he doesn't understand what comprehensible input is and what input-based methods are. Because, other than that, I really don't have any criticism so far.
You're not improving your speaking skill because you don't know how to form the sentences. You don't know how to make the sentences.
This is, this is literally input.
Laura, look, I'm really sorry that we have to hit and run, but we've got a plane to catch.
Oh, where are you headed?
Philadelphia.
Philly? That's where we're headed.
You are? Well,
I'm just skipping over this because copyright strikes and shit being what they are.
Really? That's where we're headed.
Okay.
So, yes, but he clearly started by understanding these things, which is where comprehensible input comes in.
In that case, principal's office.
Yeah, I might go there. Or I might just head home.
It's principal's office. Oh, yeah, I might go there. Or I might just head home. It's not really your business, but
Yeah, okay, this is shadowing. This is not... this is something I would certainly recommend to people. Yeah, both of you, Brian, Orlando, you both picked it. This is, this is shadowing, and, for, like, working on speech when you don't necessarily have somebody to talk with, definitely not at all a bad idea. especially if you're working with stuff that you understand at least most of, and he does understand it. He clearly has the level of English that you would need to comprehend these things, which is why these things are in fact comprehensible input.
Is it? Oh, I might go there, or I might just head on. It's not really your business what I do, is it? Comprehensible input method prevents you from speaking English fluently.
It doesn't prevent, I mean, first of all, again, not a method, but it doesn't prevent anything. Like, the reason that he's able to speak with, I mean, I would say this is probably like B2, fairly solid B2 level of fluency in English, is that he has enough input in there that he has acquired structures of the language that allows him to.
It's because when it comes to learning language, your mindset should be like this. I need to speak English. I need to speak English. Speaking English should be your priority. For instance...
Yeah, no, this is like, I mean, this is just what leads people to have bad expectations. Because it will always, again, I mean, I'm repeating myself, but it will always take longer to get to the point of being able to speak than being able to understand. Understanding always comes first. And forcing yourself to speak early on does not necessarily do anything but cause discouragement.
You're watching this video. Let's say you're watching the video of Volca. Great, you watch the video. Great, but you need to ask yourself, am I speaking English right now?
Is speaking the only thing you do with a language, though? Speaking is part of it, but thinking and understanding are at least as important. Like, if you can say phrases in English, but you do not comprehend what comes back to you, then you're going to just get into all sorts of difficulties.
You're watching this video. Can I start to speak English? And when it comes to speaking English, you're not going to be able to speak English by doing shadowing. Because as I told you guys, as I explained in my previous videos, there is a huge difference between learning English by doing shadowing.
He's doing shadowing. Like, literally what he's been doing, what he's been showing us is shadowing, though.
And learn English by practicing with the scripts of TV shows. What is...
I mean, this is literally just shadowing from the script. But in both cases, what he's kind of leaving out here is that he understood the stuff first. And the comprehension is extremely important. Yeah, exactly. I mean, such a big part of really helping people acquire language is helping develop realistic expectations. Because so many methods that a lot of money is made from tell people, oh, you're going to be speaking from the very start. Yeah, I mean, maybe, but you won't understand a word of it.
This difference. When you're doing shadowing, you're not learning English. You're not improving yourself.
Yeah, children do not, as Brian says, come out speaking their native language. They spend all their waking hours getting input for maybe 1 to 2 years before they start speaking, and even then, it's very little speech.
Why is that? Because you're in a parrot mode. When you're doing shadowing, you're in a parrot mode. So basically, you're not actively learning the language. Whereas when you start to practice with the scripts, you're not in a parrot mode.
I mean, yes, you are, though. I mean, you are. It's just that you're reading it off rather than repeating it from what you heard.
You start to actually learn the language. And while I'm practicing with the scripts of TV shows or YouTube videos or vloggers or podcasts, I do the input while I'm speaking English. But
I mean,
whereas when you do comprehensible input, you just sit in your chair.
I mean, this is also the other thing that is wrong about this. Because he just misunderstands so many different things about comprehensible input. But if you're having a conversation with somebody in your target language, and you're understanding what they're saying, and they're understanding what you're saying, and you go back and forth, the things they're saying to you are also comprehensible input. Like, literally any any speech or writing in your target language that you can understand is comprehensible input, wherever it comes from and in whatever context. If you're having a conversation, I mean, if you're having, like, you know, a little chat on, I don't know, OnlyFans or something like that, then you're still getting comprehensible input in whatever language that's happening in, as long as you comprehend it.
Think to yourself, you trick yourself into thinking that just because you're watching a YouTube video, you will be speaking English fluently. No, that's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. So basically, every single minute that you spend without speaking English,
I mean, this is just wrong.
Is a waste of time. Because...
No, it isn't. I mean, like, listening and understanding and reading are things that are extremely important and make it possible for you to speak.
In order to speak English, you need to process the information that you consume on a daily basis.
Yes, but processing happens in your head. You're still processing if you don't repeat it.
So you watch the video, but ask yourself, after watching this video, can I speak English fluently?
And the answer is obviously, I mean, that's like saying, if I watch, if I watch and understand a video on how to bake marraquetas, am I going to be a master baker? And no, of course you're not going to be. You'll know how to do one thing. You may know how to do it very well. But there's more to it than this. Like, so yeah, it's true. Watching the one video isn't going to suddenly make you fluent in English. But it is going to contribute to it. It just requires a lot more than just one thing. I mean, come on.
And the answer is no. You watch my videos. You watch Walcott's videos. You watch other comprehensible inputs videos. Ask yourself this. I watched this video, and can I speak English fluently? No. Why is that?
Because it takes more than just one video.
Because I didn't do outputs. I didn't practice English.
I mean, no, it isn't. It isn't just that. You may not actually be ready to speak yet. You may not have received enough input to be able to produce output. And as Brian says, you need lots of input in order to really get there. Because it's one thing to passively understand the structures of a language. It's another thing to be able to build with them. That requires a lot more knowledge, a lot more understanding of how they work.
I didn't practice speaking because I didn't process the information.
Yeah, but did you understand it? Because the thing is, if you understand, the other thing that sucks about this, I have to say, is that it's by making it everything about speaking. It creates the impression that you're not making any progress at all if it isn't immediately reflected in your speech, when you could find that you are understanding more and more as you watch, whatever, engage with whatever comprehensible input you look at, whether it's videos from, I don't know, from like Volca or video, cookery videos or hurling or whatever. But, I mean, that's progress too. And this could really discourage people, I think.
That I learned from this video. Okay, the best way of...
and let me just say, this guy is not, as far as I can tell, doing any kind of... is not on any kind of a grift. He's talking about his experiences with learning English, as far as I can tell. So, I mean... He doesn't understand a lot of basic things about what he's talking about. But I'm also going to try to be charitable in the sense that he is not primarily trying to sell a method. Oh yeah, he probably would hate automatic language growth.
Explaining this, let's say you're learning English by doing comprehensible inputs, you're watching tons of TV shows, YouTube videos, or you're reading a bunch of books, etc., right? And yet you're not able to speak English.
Like, literally, all these comments are people who are having what is actually an excellent result because they are understanding. That is always a start. You understand and then you speak.
Even though you understand the videos, you understand my videos, but you're not able to speak English. And I didn't watch tons of YouTube videos or tons of TV shows. And if you watch my
I mean, I get the impression he did. I mean, he seems in particular to have an altogether total obsession with Friends, which I have to say did not age well. I mean, for one thing, you have somebody like put together a video that was every single time a black character gets to have a line in the entire run of Friends, comes to 11 minutes. You know, for a show set in New York, that is interesting. And then it was actually it was basically a knockoff of Living Single.
You will see that.
And then you have the creepiness of Ross.
Real life, when I say, you know, I'm heading to the airport, I'm heading to Galata Bridge, I'm going to catch a train, I'm going to take a train. In real life, when I use those expressions, I'm able to remember those expressions from the TV shows and YouTube videos.
I mean, like, this is... Yeah, exactly. I mean, I remember at the time... So, I mean, this is back in the 90s. Like, one of the cast from Friends went on Oprah. And at one point, Oprah, who actually... not a fan of. I mean, she's brought us some of the worst grifters of our day, like Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil. The whole stalkery vibe with Rachel. But she said, at the time, this is back in the 90s, so nobody could say, oh, it was a different time. She was like, why don't you have any black characters in the show? But she managed to phrase it in a way that it didn't sound like a criticism, because that's kind of her style of doing things.
I used to take this train all the time, you know, to go to the university, because my university is in this area that we're heading right now.
Oh, it's exciting, huh? This new direction we're heading.
Oh, it's exciting, huh? This new direction we're heading. So I'm heading to the Hagia Sophia. Right now I'm on my way to the Hagia Sophia. I'm heading to Hagia Sophia.
Like, I mean... Again, so much of what he's doing here is literally an input-based method, and then this is what he's doing on top of the input. Like, I mean, so much of that. And then what he's doing is shadowing, except he thinks it isn't because he uses a printed script.
Next train. I need to catch a train, so...
I'm really sorry that we have to hit and run, but we've got a plane to catch.
Look, I'm really sorry that we have to eat and run, but we've got a plane to catch. We've got a plane to catch.
Sorry, I couldn't get a cab. I had to take a train.
So sorry. I couldn't catch a cab. I had to take a train.
Okay, so I just noticed the time. It is time to wrap up for this weekend. Thank you to Istoi and Ata for encouraging me to check out this video. I think it was interesting. I hope it was worthwhile to all of you. Thank you to everyone who joined in the stream, especially the new people. It's always nice to see new people in here. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back next Friday at 4:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. So I look forward to seeing you then, and now I'm going to look forward to eating food things, because I am getting a bit hungry.